Hey, how are we doing there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to another episode here. We got the 3M Open recap. We're getting into the Olympics. We're coming in hot. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. This is the Back Nine, guys, with myself, Mr. Gogster. We were so close last week, guys. If you were following us last week, we had Tringali, the Triangle Man. He unfortunately shit the bed on number, I think it was 13 or 12 on that part 3, went in the bunker and then took a triple. Not the way you want to finish out a tournament, but Tringali was close. We had Mr. Schwartzel, Charles, guys, holy shit. T2, you can't beat that. He was right there in the mix, but you got to give Cameron champ. The guy was looking like he was going to fall apart like a dead horse coming to the finish line, but he got some Gatorade in him on 17 and was able to pull together a miraculous 18th hole. I don't know if you guys saw what he did on 18, but he pulled the drive left. Shouldn't even hit driver, but he still said that was the club, but I like to bargain that one with him. But anyways, he went left with the driver, put it in the rough, ended up hitting a crazy second shot out, just missed a tree by inches, and then hit a miraculous fourth shot to put it within inches again and tap in for par. So shout out to Cameron Champ. Anyone that had him, I think he was 100 to 1 or in the 80s, that's for sure. Shout out to him. We were so close. Shout out to everyone here tuning in. The Snizzler, he's in here nice and early. Let me just check on the chat here, private chat, make sure we're sounding good. Okay, it's crackling up again, so we're just going to unplug here, guys. Bear with us. There. How are we sounding now? Sound a little better there, guys? Jose, let me know if we're sounding good, ready to go. Good to go. All right, guys. I don't know what it is. For whatever reason, we have a little bit of a hiccup there, but we were just pretty much going over the fact that we were inches with Schwartz and a couple other guys there. Shout out to Vegas. He was also T2. 4 of our 10 top 20s cashed. That was also Vegas. Schwartzel. Who else we have there? Oh, Hank Libiota, guys. Had to withdraw. It was -2. Was right in the mix. Unfortunately, we didn't cash him. But we also had, where are we here? Vegas, Schwartzel, and Tringali. We're right there. And also Mito Pereira. He had a great finish to the 3M. But let's not go on too much more about the 3M here, guys. It was a great tournament for being in Minnesota. The rough, it didn't actually play as low as you thought. It was -14, I believe. Was the final score. -15, he actually parred that hole. So it was one of the lower final scores at the tournament. Wind definitely played a factor. And looking at this Olympic field, guys, it's tree line. Let's get right down to the facts, right down to the nuts and bolts of it. It's going to be a heavy tree line course here over in Tokyo. This is going to be a par 71, very similar actually to what we had last week there, guys, with the 3M Open. But this track here, guys, is going to be bunkers on nearly every single hole. The water is not nearly going to be as much of a factor, but still you're going to have to be hitting the ball straight. It's narrow fairways. Bunkers are placed strategically. And these greens, first look, guys, it looks like a Masters cut greens. A lot of undulation on the greens, huge greens as well. They used to be two. They used to play 2 holes would play the same green. So it'd be the greens are massive originally on this course. But looking at what they redesigned it, originally a Fazio design course there. So it's a really nice track. It's going to be, the greens are going to be really tough to putt on, guys. Whoever's going to win this Olympic run here is going to have to putt very, very well. Similar to Cameron Champ, he was first in putting at the 3M, second on Sunday. So it always comes down to putting, guys. Just like any of you Saturday Warriors, Sunday Warriors would know, whoever makes the most amount of putts wins the most amount of money on the golf course and has the lowest score. So putting is what it always comes down to. Disappointment, though, in Dougie Gim, Grillo, Moore. Some guys just didn't show up, but we're moving on, like we said, into the Olympics. The format's going to be the same as the PGA here, guys. Nothing different. It's going to be 4 days, normal two or 3 man, depending on the weather. Hopefully the weather is, from what I saw, the weather shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we'll update that on the Wednesday show with our guy TJ, who's going to be jumping in the show there, guys. Look forward to TJ. He's a great golf guy, capper, very knowledgeable. I'm looking forward to having him on the chat. That should be real fun. So looking forward to what's going to be happening in this tournament. It's a track no one's really seen before, guys. Only time they've been over to Japan recently was for the Zozo in 2019 when Tiger Woods won that one. But looking at this one here, guys, it's going to be sorry, we got notes everywhere. 3M, you can take a hike. Let's go right into the 3M stuff. Can take a hike, and let's get right into this Olympic coverage here, guys. Yeah, weather's depending on the matchups here. If it's going to be 2 or 3 man matchups here for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Played 9 this morning at the Fox Glen. How'd you fire there, brother? Hopefully the weather was nice, not that much wind. Yeah, God, we got to get eventually a PSR, Pub Sports Radio Golf League going there one of these days. But anyways, depending on the weather, guys, it's going to be either front or back start. Groups of 3 for the final round, most likely. And these final groupings, or not final groupings, sorry. First round groupings are going to be coming out 2 days before. So it should be coming out probably tonight around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'll tweet out some of the, or even retweet them from the PGA or the Olympic coverage there. So stay tuned for the pairings, and myself and TJ will have that break broken down into its entirety on Wednesday's card. So, yeah, just like the PGA, lowest finisher is going to be the one lifting the trophy at the end of the day. Gold, silver, bronze are on the line for these athletes here. And let's talk about this right away, guys. DeChambeau and Rahm are not going to be in this tournament. I don't know what Rahm's doing. Either he's just a stooge or he's just got unlucky blood or something, because he's unfortunately got COVID again. He's not going to be making the trip. And DeChambeau is being replaced with Patrick Reed, who just played at the 3M. So he had to make a quick trip, just like a couple other guys, Vegas. And there's another one slipping my mind. But there's a couple guys going all the way over that I don't think is going to be an advantage. That's a long trip, and you're going to a course that you don't even know. Similar to the Masters, you got to have a lot of experience. You're at least going to want to play a couple rounds on this track. So looking at the course, though, like I said, Fazio design. Some people compare this to Firestone. I'm comparing this a lot to the Masters. What's going on, Buddy Colt? Say, who's that guy? I think I recognize him. Yeah, so looking at it similar to the Firestone, people are saying, but I'm seeing the Masters here, completely Masters look. The greens, just the undulations on the greens are just next level, huge greens. Bunkers are placed strategically too, and they're really deep bunkers. So, guys, you're going to want to have a good bunker game, because there's got to be at least average of 4 bunkers per hole on all these, or 4 bunkers on each hole on every single one of these holes. So that's going to be definitely something you want to keep in your notes there, guys, is bunker game going forward at this track. It's par 71, 7,400 yards. And it's going to be the East course. It's going to be on bent grass. So the tracks that were on bent grass, where do we have that? Sorry, guys, we're everywhere right now. But some of the bent grass tracks you're going to want to be looking at, I believe, have been the ones we've recently seen, like the John Deere, the 3M, all the ones up north. It's going to be very similar to what you're going to see in Japan. It's a tree line. So look to something like even up north here in Canada, guys, Glen Abbey, Hamilton Golf Club. It's going to be similar to like that. It's going to be the bent grass. It's going to be more of a tree line, a lot of bunkers, a little bit of water. So that's kind of where I'm going to be. I was already looking towards for Wednesday's show, is tracks that are going to be a lot more up north. Is going to play similar to what it's going to be like in Japan, in my opinion. Like I said, there's a lot of bunkers, tree line, soft fairways, but putting is going to be huge. If you can make some putts on this tough track, then that's what's going to get you. That's how you're going to score. It's a pretty long. Par 5s are very long. You got 3 par 5s, guys, are over 600 yards. So they're not messing around. We're going to get into that when we break down each and every one of these holes. That's right. We got each and every one of them capped to its entirety. We're not messing around here today, guys. 1 to 18. The field, looking at the first 15 guys here, Morikawa 7-1, Alexander 9-1, JT 10-1, Rory 11-1, Matsuyama 12-1, Hovland 14-1, Casey 16-1, Reed 18-1. These are all at Bet365, by the way. Cameron Smith 18-1, Neiman 22-1, Connors 25-1, Answer 25-1, M 30-1, Bezoutenhout 33-1, Leishman and Fleetwood both at 28-1. So that's your top 15 there, guys. We're going to be looking at the course, not as much as the players. We're going to be breaking down the players and matchups, top 10s, or sorry, not top 10s, but outright winners, matchups, first round matchups, leaders, things like that on Wednesday's show with TJ. So look forward to that, guys. Shout out to everyone in the chat here. Coltsy, Turnsy, Snizzler. Appreciate you guys tuning in, everyone on the rewatch there. Shoot any questions you have about the course, players you might have in mind. Let's go over right now. That's why Pub Sports has got us going. But yeah, guys, it's a quick turnaround for Reed, Vegas, and Pereira. Pereira's a Chilean. He's going to be coming over. So quick turnaround for him. Rolls, like I said, similar to the Masters, the hills, the undulations, tree line. Where are we here? Yeah, so breaking down the holes here. Sorry, guys. Like I said, notes up the yin-yang. We're going to be looking at the field. Already went over the field. My bad. Course breakdown. We're breaking down all these holes right now. We're getting right into it, guys. Hole number 1. I actually have it out right here. It's going to be a tree line with 4 bunkers, 2 fairway, 2 green. green side. Narrow fairway, closer to the green. Gets narrower as it goes to the, as the fairway dies out towards the green. Like I said, it's going to be 411 yards as well, par 4. It's a slight left to right with rolling hills. Just looking at it, guys, from the website I'm looking at right now, it's the course name, Kazumachi Geka. I can't even pronounce it, Japanese. But anyway, if you type in the Olympic golf course and look up the English breakdown from the East course, you can see all the pictures and what it looks like. And just from what I'm seeing on the first hole, deep bunkers, guys. Tree line all over the place. So not out of bounds tree line, but definitely you're gonna have to shape the ball here on number 1. Let's get into number 2 here, guys. Number 2 is going to have heavy bunkers around the green. It's going to be a deep cut, meaning that the bunkers all the way around this this par 4. It's 381, but it's very doable. Dangerous driving hole, though, just because of the bunkers that you're going to have surrounding this hole. Let me just go to the whole layout here. Yeah, like I said, 2 fairway bunkers that are going to pretty much, you're going to have to put a really tight shot in there on number 2. Then you got 3 bunkers, 2 at the front, 1 on the far left that's going to be protecting the green. So 381 is definitely going to be a bit of a test, but for the most part, it's all about your approach shot. What's going on, Trusty? What's going on, my man? And welcome to the golf show, the back nine with myself. We're just going over all the holes here for the Olympics. That's right. If you type into on Google there, Trusty, you can see Olympic golf. Type in the golf course name, starts with the KAS. I can't pronounce it, but breaks down the whole East course. You can see the pictures and whatnot. So anyways, second hole, heavy bunkers around the green, deep cut, dangerous driving hole. You're going to want to lay up. It's all about that second shot. You're going to have to really know these greens because they're huge greens and there's just so much dips, dives, and you name it, it's in these greens. So putting is going to be coming down to, it's going to be so demanding. It's going to be your putting and your approach here on this second hole. Number 3, let's look at number 3 here, guys. I think it's going to be our first another par 4 here, guys. 459. Not many dog legs here. A lot of these holes are like the Masters. You're going to see a lot more dog legs, and you're going to see a lot more water. At this track, you're seeing a lot straighter holes. For this one here, it's going to be number 3. Like I said, par 4, 459 yards. One of the more gainable holes. You hit a nice drive here. You only got a bunker on the left side. And you just got a long green that's kind of narrow, kind of going left to right uphill with a bunker protecting on the front right. So no water, just only 2 bunkers on that hole. And one of the more gettable holes, in my opinion, 459. Just got a nice drive down there, and you should be able to have a nice shot in there. So that's number 3. Getting on to number 4. Hopefully we're not lagging. Gregory, what's going on, dude? Here to support. Love the capping soccer for the upcoming season. Absolutely. We'll have some soccer cappers going forward, Gregory. I know that for a fact. Once they start up the season again, which should be coming up here in the, I think it's the end of August, isn't it, Gregory? Something like that. But yeah, we'll have the whole 9 yards covered. Back to the golf here, though, guys. Olympic coverage for the golf. Hole number 4. This is a long uphill one to the green. Pin placement will depend on how hard this hole is playing. So we're looking at what do we got here? Par 3. This is the par 3, 237 yards. So you're looking at a huge green, pretty much an uphill green with kind of a flat top at the top there, kind of like number 10 there, Coltsy at Rondell. But anyway, it's a narrow green, guys, uphill. You got 2 bunkers on the left, trees kind of protecting it too on the left side. So it's going to be a test of a shot. 237. You're going to have to be straight. You're going to have to want to hit this front right part of the green. And yeah, just heavy sloping left to right. So it's definitely a tough par 3, looking like something from the Masters, in my opinion. Number 5 here is going to be one of the longer par 5s you're going to see here, guys, on this track. Very long. I'm talking 640 yards long. This is no slouch here of a hole. You're looking at almost a slight dog leg left to right here with the bunker protecting the right side. So if guys do try to draw it around that side, they got to be careful they don't overdo it. Or not draw it, sorry, fade. I'm a lefty, guys. Give me some slack. But as a righty, if they're trying to fade that, they overcook it. They got it in that bunker or even the rough. There's trees all the way along the left side, a bit on the right. But if you go left here, guys, you're in deep trouble. It's got trees all the way, the whole fairway, guys. You got trees. It's pretty much this whole course, like I said, tree line. But you have 3 more bunkers. They're very strategically placed if you really look at them. They got about I'll say about 175 out on the right side. And then they got another 2, about 100 out on the right and the left. Then they got 1 on the right side of the green. So not one of the harder greens just by looking at it as well. Just like I said, protected by trees one of the smaller greens. So you're going to need a really good tee shot here, or else it could play. It's going to be a very long hole. This fifth one. Keep that in your notes there, guys. For any of you guys doing the whole matchup betting, that's a great way to make some money. Hit those birdies. Get them at like plus 400, plus 500. It's a real steal. So keep an eye on these holes. Par number 5 should be playing pretty tough, especially for guys that can't hit the ball that far. So what's going on, Andrew G? Appreciate tuning in, my man. Welcome to the back nine, my dude. Crack a beer, sit back, relax. We're just going over this Olympic hole-by-hole coverage. We're on to number 6 here. Number 6, hopefully we're not lagging. Everyone can hear me all right. Number 6, it looks like one of the larger fairways. Right away, just looking at this, there's a lot of fairway to hit here. You're going to have a bunker. Like you said, every hole's got bunkers. So we got 3 bunkers here, one on the front left. This is only playing 386. So guys are going to want to lay up. If they go for it, like I said, you got that bunker on the left side about 50 yards out. Then you got 2 more bunkers on the front right, front left. A lot of these bunkers too, guys, are playing at the front of the green. So they don't want guys just running them up. Not many bunkers at the backs of the green, even the sides, a lot front left and front right. So looking at the green though, like I said, 386 par 4, tree line all the way along the right. So there's no forgiveness for guys that are missing the ball left or right. It's definitely going to be you're going to have straight shots here. From what I'm seeing, guys, it's off the tee is going to be huge. Second shot's key, but putting is what it's going to come down to at this track. Knowing these greens, looking at this green here on number 6, it's pretty much a sloping green from right to left down. You got a bunker on the left and the right, pretty deep. It's not going to be an easy task. It's a shorter one, 386, but guys that are going to want to try and go for it, it's not going to be easy. Jose, is that you behind the scenes? Let go the Jays. Yeah, no, we got to root for our Jays there, Turns. You know, they got beat up a little bit against the Mets, but, it's a long couple months left, right? So give us a break. Oh, yeah, we're going to be back. Oh, yeah, shout out to Canada. We got our team back at the end of the month, so look out for those Blue Jays, but back to the golf. Anyways, guys, number 7 at the Olympics. Right away, though, I'm going to give you guys some guys I'm looking at. Out of the chalk, Xander and JT. If you got to be straight right now, Masters, Xander. He was right there. He just about missed out, lost to Hideki Matsuyama. JT, on the other hand, he just plays these tracks so damn well, bent grass style. He's got a lot of wins, top 20s in tracks that will break more into the course breakdown. But JT and Xander are some guys I'm looking at. Morikawa could be a fade. The pressure, the amount of times he's won recently. If he keeps winning, good on him, but I might be fading him at a track like this. Ball striking is going to be huge, but putting is going to be just impeccable, and that's the one area the guy kind of slacks. So we'll dive more into that Wednesday. Looking at number 7 here at the Olympics here, the Japanese course, 7,400 yards. Hole number 7 is going to be a par 3 again, guys, 217 yards, 2 bunkers on the right and the left, large green. Not much slopage going on here on this green. For the most part, this whole course, guys, it's pretty flat. You don't have a lot of elevation at this course, and it's almost at sea level. So you're not going to have any shots kind of going, 390 yards because they're, 4,000 feet above sea level. So it's a pretty flat track. This one's a par 3, 2 bunkers on the left and the right, like I was saying. Trees all around the left. This is a pretty doable hole just from looking at it. What do we have here? Yeah, bunkers on the left, protects the back left of the green. The pin placement is going to determine how tough this hole plays. Number 7, if they have that pin back left, it's going to play pretty damn tough, because if guys try to go for it and don't hit that green, they're going over a bunker, and they're more than likely going to go in that bunker. So it's a huge green. It's just going to want to try and get on this green. If the pin's at the front, it's going to be very doable for some birdies. So check out the pin placements there, guys, for Wednesday, Thursday. Shout out to our guy, Dennis Trusty. He says, I know nothing about golf, so I just wanted to stop and say good luck, Gogster, and leave a like. That's our guy, Dennis Trusty, guys. And shout out to Dennis. Check him out on the Horse Show Wednesdays and Thursdays with our guy, Razor Sharp Picks. So, yeah, thanks. Appreciate it there, Trusty. See if I can drop some knowledge on you there, teach you a little something about the golf. But we're going a little longer than I wanted to. I'm going to speed this up a bit here, guys. Number 8 is going to be a par 5. Another one, 586, a little dog leg right to left. Tree line again. You got 3 bunkers near the front of this green. It's going to be a narrow right to left green as well. So our notes on this one, it's a tough one, tight fairway. Massive undulations on the fairway and the green too. So it could be a lot of kicks or bounces that you're not going to exactly expect. Like I said, 3 Bunkers 2 up near the green, narrow green. Trees are protecting the left and the right. Shortest par 5. Some guys could get there, but it's all going to be depending on it's a really tight fairway just from looking at it, guys. So might have to be hitting out of the rough. Could be a 3-shot hole. One of the more doable par 5s, though, number 8 at the Japanese course in the Olympics. Looking at number 9 here, we still got the back 9 to go. This is important stuff, though, guys. You got to know everything about these holes. I'll tweet out to this website I'm looking at, guys, because I want you to see what I'm seeing as well. For all you golf fans, you can be looking at this course and kind of giving your 2 cents as well. So I'll tweet out the all the information I have here from myself on Twitter at Ego47. Last hole in the front 9 here is going to be the downhill par 4. It's 521 yards, but heavy downhill. Reason it's, like I said, a par 4 is because of how much it's downhill, but there's a bunker on the right side that's protecting this fairway. Good. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I guess we had a nice little caption of the face. I don't know what I was doing, but we're back. Let's get back to it here. Yeah, breaking down number 9, heavy downhill, narrow fairway, 2 greenside bunkers front to left. Very long green, though. It's going to be a tough hole for a par 4. If you don't have a nice straight drive here, you have trees covering the left and the right side, so it's not going to be an easy task if you don't have a straight shot. But the deeper guys here are going to be taking advantage of this downhill. You can see guys hit number 9, probably 340 yards, just getting a nice bounce and then having like a nice, $125, $130 in. So for the longer getters, look for them to birdie that hole possibly. For the shorter guys, it's going to play a lot longer, number 9. Going on to the back. All right, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're rocking the phone here. I don't know what's going on. The laptop short-circuiting. Let's keep going, though. Breaking down this back 9 here. We will be quick, though. Back 9, number 10 here, par 3. We're looking at 189 yards. It's going to be an undulated green here. Relatively easy hole, only 189. So guys should be taking advantage of this one. Number 11, it's a heavy tree line to the left. Fairway bunkers as well. Just get to number 11 here. Fairway bunker on the right side. So 461. Similar to what we got here, number 3. So it's all about the drive, narrow fairway, but pretty easy hole as long as you get a very important. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the power there. It's actually pretty hot. I don't know what's going on. It might just be the trees. I don't know. We're in like a tree fort here up north, so maybe one of the trees hit the lines. I don't know what's going on, but we're on the phone here using the data. It don't matter. We're here for Pub Sports Video. Let's rock. Yeah, number 11. Sorry, guys. We'll be quick. 461 yards, 3 greenside bunkers protect the green, long and narrow. Green going left to right. So it's a doable hole, but again, you got to be straight. You don't want to be putting yourself in behind these trees, because if you are, it's going to be a bit of a battle. You're going to need a scramble game to to get to the finish line, kind of like this show right now. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're making it happen here. Pub Sports Radio, guys, the back nine. Sometimes the back nine gets a little shaky, just like the connection, but we're here, guys. We're ready to rock. Fat Fap saying, what about the matchup with Joachim Neiman and Cameron Smith? It's a very good one. I'll break that down right now, buddy. Cameron Smith's a guy I actually bet. You know what? You got to add me, Fat Fap. 25-1, guys. I've already locked in Cameron Smith. I think he's going to be a steal. He was really good at the Masters, too, if you remember, against DJ. He was second place behind M. And then he was also a T10. Where are we here? So I'm just getting my notes on him. He was also a T10 at the Masters this year. Not to mention that the CJ Cup, he was T11. And Riviera, I think, is also a similar track. Treeline, he was fourth. So I do like him a lot. I follow Joachim Neiman as well on the socials. Not saying, having a good time, going on race NASCARs or F1 or whatever he's doing is a bad thing. But first time out here, he's a good putter, though. He's a really good putter on this type of track, bent grass. Neiman is. With that being said, Cameron Smith's the better. I think he's the better of these two golfers. It's a tough matchup, Fat, but I would but I would lean towards Cameron Smith in that matchup. Keep going, though, guys. Number 12 at the Olympic course here is going to be a tree line left to right, two deep bunkers protecting the green here to the left. And long and narrow, like I said, par 4, 499. So you need to have a precise second shot here. It's all going to come down to the second shot at this one. 499 is no joke, and from what I'm seeing, it's not downhill. No, it's a flat. Fairway's quite large, but you're going to have a really important second shot, and you got three bunkers protecting this green on the left side, so you're going to need to have a really good second shot into this hole. Number 13. We're almost done there, guys. 6 more holes, and get back to doing whatever you're doing. But shout out to everyone for tuning in here. The back nine. We'll be back again Wednesday with TJ. Number 13, one of the bigger fairways on this track here, guys. Again, for 4 bunkers, one on the left side here, about 300 yards out. So guys are going to be pulling that as a righty. You're going in that bunker. Trees all on the right side as well. So if you go right, you're OB. You're definitely in some trouble. Like I said, bunkers front right, huge bunkers on the front of the screen. So distance, you guys, if there's some wind and guys are laying up and it's, if they're not getting that distance right with their irons, they're definitely in trouble here because these front side bunkers are deep, guys. They're not just your typical bunkers from what I'm looking at here on the pictures. Like I said, I'll tweet that out, the website I'm looking at here. But they're very deep bunkers. It looks just like the Masters. If you want to talk about a course, it looks just like it's the Masters. It's like the Japanese Masters here. Heavy tree line, even more trees, I'd say, than the Masters, but less water. And just the same amount of bunkers, in my opinion. Number 14, though, guys, here, it's going to be a long 632-yard par 5 as well. Similar to number, I believe it was 5. That was 640. Very narrow fairway, though, here on number 14, 632. Trees all along the right side and the left. You have bunkers, 2 bunkers that are, I'd say, about 100 yards out. So your second shot, you have to be pretty precise. Even if you want to go for it, you're going to have those bunkers that can be protecting leading up to the green, along with 2 green side bunkers that are protecting the green. So look for this hole to play pretty damn tough. The green's not one of the bigger greens as well. It's a flatter green, but it's a straight hole with just a tight fairway. If you're left or right on this hole, guys, on 14, you're in the neck of the woods. You're in deep shit. So 14 is going to be playing pretty tough from what I'm seeing here. Number 15 is going to be another par 4, 403 yards. 2 bunkers protect the fairway to the left and the right, about 75 yards out. This is one of the tougher greens, so it's going to be a what do we have here? It's protected by the bunkers, and actually, you know what? It doesn't look like one of the tougher greens. It looks like kind of a flatter green. You kind of got like a toilet bowl kind of right down into it. So if guys can funnel the ball, depending on where the pin position is here on number 15, it looks like one of the more doable holes. It's only 403 yards as well. So look for 15 to be quite scoreable. Number 16 here, coming to the end. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. We're rocking the phone right now. But we're going to finish up for you guys in a few seconds. Par 3, number 16 here. Small, narrow green with 2 bunkers to the right. Trees sit to the left of the green. Players will want to avoid going long and left here. Long and left is going to be pretty much OB, and long and right is also OB. So it's going to be one of the tighter par 3s here. They have bunkers protect on like I said, on the front right. Yeah, it's a very tight track, guys. All these holes are damn tight. We'll finish up pretty quick here. Shortest par 4 is the next one here. Very interesting finish here. 17 is only 343 yards. Very short track, but you have 5 bunkers from about 100 yards in. 1, 2, 3 around the green. One front, one right, one at the back as well. So it's a smaller green. It's a very undulated green. Sorry, guys, let's just get to the breakdown here. There's the bunkers protecting this hole are going to be making it very difficult for guys to get on the green. Not saying it's not going to be birdieable, but yeah, I wouldn't be wanting to go for it. You got to be straight. There's heavy tree line. Like I'm talking tree line where you're not getting it out of either. So yeah, guys got to be straight. It's all about hitting a straight shot here at this course. Number 18 is one of the few holes that actually have water. It's going to be an interesting finish. So you got water protecting the green. It's a par 4 dogleg right as well, guys. One of the few dog legs, heavy slope downhill. So if it's 500 yards, so guys won't be able to hit the water from their tee shot, but it's definitely going to be a daunting tee shot. Number 18, you're going to see on Wednesday at 6 o'clock at the Olympic Games here for the golf. Over this green is going to be just full of water and bunkers, front, right, and the back left. So yeah, surrounded by bunkers. You're going to be looking at sand game guys for this one. You're going to be looking at guys who can putt. You're going to be looking at guys who are accurate, that can hit tight fairways, and bent grass greens. That's another stat. Look at bent grass greens. From what I'm seeing, that's what the Japanese track's going to be here for you. So, yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown. A little longer than we wanted to. Unfortunate technical difficulties. I don't know. This laptop can take a hike. And, yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. We'll be back Wednesday. We'll have picks. We'll have first round leaders. We'll have matchups. You named it. It's all going to be broken down. Our guy TJ, and there's a lot about golf, probably more than myself. He's going to be on Wednesday, 3 p.m. because the tournament starts at 6. So we'll be on at 3 p.m. breaking it down again for you guys. I can't see the chat right now. If you shout at everyone in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in, bearing with us during these difficult times. But yeah, we'll be back again on Wednesday, and probably back with some better connections. We're going to make it happen here. Go to our local Best Buy and see what they got. But anyway, guys, you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back on Wednesday for the next episode of the Back Nine. Cheers.